Hi everyone, I'm Tony, and thank you for joining me today on this little interesting fun facts about Tony video. So I was trying to decide where to start, and I'm random like bright light squirrel, and I'm off in Never Never Land, but I wrote down a couple of things that I thought y'all might find interesting about me. First thing is I'm a teacher. I teach high school math. I got my degree, my bachelor's degree back in 1995. And I got a degree in math. And the whole reason why I got a degree in math is because I knew what it was like to not understand. I struggled in math so much in high school. So when I went to the counselor, I'm like, well, what do you want to teach? I'm like, definitely not English, because this girl cannot spell and my grammar is atrocious. So English was a no-go. And I knew back from, just being in school that most history teachers are coaches, and most science was not my cup of tea. I struggled in zoology and botany in college. And so I made this bright decision at like 4 majors later. Hey, I think I'm going to major in math and become a teacher. And so that's kind of how it all came about. And so I teach high school math. I'm a calculus teacher, which is kind of interesting because that was not something, this girl struggled to pass high school algebra, and now I teach calculus. But I love it, and I love teaching. It's my passion. Another interesting thing is I work for my husband part-time also. He owns a construction company here in the suburbs of Houston. And after I get done teaching, I drive on over to the office and I work there for a little while. So it kind of keeps me busy. I also am an avid traveler. I love to travel. Don't make me drive though. I cannot. I'm not a road trip kind of girl. I am one of those that stick me on a plane and just fly me wherever I want to go. My mom is South African, and so she's born and raised there. And so when we were little, my sisters and I were probably like 5, 4, and 1, maybe 6, 5, and 1, something like that. We flew to South Africa for my uncle's wedding, and we ended up staying like 3 or 4 months. And so from a very young age, I was always on a plane. We lived in Casper, Wyoming, and my dad was working in Houston. So we went back and forth to Houston a couple times. And then from Houston, my dad's family's in Wisconsin, so we would go back and forth to Wisconsin every summer. So that's kind of how it all started. And then when I started dating my husband, he's an avid hunter. And so our first trip together was to Costa Rica. And so we went fishing in Costa Rica, and I've been to New Zealand and South Africa numerous times, and Alaska, Dubai, London, kind of been everywhere. I have a bucket list of places I want to go, and the Maldives is high on the list, but my husband said no because there was some terroristic act there. But I'm still working on it. My cousins go all the time, so I figure I will meet them in Dubai and then fly with them on over to the Maldives. So I'm an avid traveler. I love to travel, and I'll go anywhere. You know what? I say that. I am not so fond of the Orient, but that doesn't mean anything. I would probably go. If someone said, hey, do you want to go? I'll go. So anyway, I also have 2 dogs. I'm an animal lover. We have 2 dogs here at home, which go to work with us. And then we have a couple of cats at the office. One lives in the office, and the other one lives in the shop. And so we have lots of animals. I am thankfully a cancer survivor. I am currently still undergoing treatments, but I had melanoma about 2 years ago. I had melanoma on my leg, which if you're a child of the 80s, make sure you go get your body searched, your body, what is it, scan? Not body search, body scan. Get your body scan. Have all those interesting spots checked. I would have never... the melanoma I had was on the back of my calf, and it was so small I would have never seen it. Thankfully, the dermatologist saw it, decided to do a biopsy. What do they, where they cut the thing? Anyway, and then I had to go have it removed. And then September 23rd of 2019, I found out I had breast cancer. So it has been a journey for me, but I'm beating it. I had that, you don't know this, but I did have a lumpectomy, and it came back clear. I should be starting my radiation anytime now. I still have I still get infusions every 3 weeks for the type of breast cancer that I had. So the journey's not over. My hair is growing back. Isn't that nice? Although I have some silver streaks. I feel like Stacey London. Did you ever watch? Oh, I forget what show she was on. It was anyway. It was on TLC or whatever, and she had the gray stripe. I feel like that's me right there. But anyway, total bright light squirrel off. Take a left turn there. But so I am a cancer survivor. Still currently fight. I'm still in the journey. I also lived through Harvey, which, those of y'all that are familiar with the Houston area, Tropical Storm Harvey. It was Hurricane Harvey, went through just north of Corpus Christi, went through a little town called Rockport, which we have friends that live there. And we've got, I believe they said like 58 inches of rain in 2.5 days. And so our house flooded, and it was a pretty sucky experience, if you want the truth. I had some amazing friends that came and helped me, but it was a life lesson. And I honestly think that life lesson of Harvey prepared me for the whole breast cancer journey, because it taught me how to ask for help. So that's kind of part of, my story of what's going on. And in that whole year of Harvey, our house flooded. We were living at the office. We had to put my in-laws into an assisted living facility. My mother-in-law died. The day of my mother-in-law's funeral, my dad's in ICU. We don't know if he's going to make it. I end up in a boot, and then I end up having skin cancer, and then the house isn't ready. I mean, it was just it was a horrible year. And then 2 years later, you start off, and I'm not going to say it's not a horrible year. It was a year full of lessons, because life is a lesson, I mean, every day is a lesson, which leads me to the title of my YouTube channel is Every Day's a School Day. Every day's a learning day, because every day you learn something. It might be something small, but every day you're going to learn something. So right now I am trying to get back to a more healthier lifestyle. After I was diagnosed, I had to quit all activity, like no exercise. I couldn't get my heart rate up. And I'm sure that, I don't know if y'all can see it, I have a subcutaneous port, but the tube, which goes across my collarbone, you probably can't see it, it goes across my collarbone and into my jugular. And so, the doctor's like, don't get your heart rate up, because you've got a tube going into your jugular, and, obviously that can cause problems. Well, when you go from working out 4 to 6 days a week to working out 0 days a week, it takes a mental toll on you. And on top of that, getting the chemotherapy and doing the radiation and doing all these infusions, and your hair falling out and you feel like crap, and there was so many things going on with the whole cancer journey in itself. So, part of this is documenting my life back to normalcy, because, and it's, and normalcy is not even the right word, because it's a new normal. It's not the normal that it was pre-September 23rd in 2019, because it will never be that, because then I was not a cancer fighter. Now I am. So it's been it's a very interesting journey. That's part of kind of where this whole YouTube channel idea came from. The last 3 years have been so up in the air. It has been a crazy, crazy, crazy couple of years. And I know I'm not the only one that has a life like this. There are things that I wish people would have told me. I wish that there were things that people would talk about, and it not be so taboo to talk about stuff. Like, it is okay to cry and cry and cry because you're living in a gym after Hurricane Harvey. And it's okay to cry because you don't have the energy to go to the kitchen to fix you something to eat after a chemo treatment. It's okay. I mean, life is full of journeys, and it's okay to be happy that, you can get up and you can walk outside and you can walk around the block and you're not winded. I mean, everybody's life is a journey, and this is just my journey. And I just hope that if anybody can get one tidbit of information that helps them through any of my videos, I will see that as a success. And that, I think, is a teacher in me. You always want someone to learn, and you want someone to pick up information from you. So that's kind of where I'm headed with this. So I hope that y'all enjoy this video. And if you do, come back and see another one. My goal is I will put another one up in about a week or so. And we will just go through Tony's life lessons and Tony's life journeys and the things I wish people would have told me. So I'd enjoy talking to all of y'all. I hope to see you again. Bye.